Dude, I'm going to introduce this shit, man. Matt Bischoff, Survivor Caramon, coming out of retirement. I was so excited because we have Kelley Wentworth. Oh my God. When Johnny said Kelley's our guest tonight, I was like, dude, I am so pumped. I'm excited for season 50. Jonny Fairplay, Gabe Ortiz, Bobby Goodsby. How is everyone doing this evening?
Oh, this is fantastic. If you're joining us from the NFL show that we just did, thank you so much for hopping over. If you're coming in just for the Survivor content, we love you all the same, baby. Matt, thank you so much for making some time for us. And our special guest on the Reality After Show, joining us to talk a little Survivor 50, the one, the only, Kelley Wentworth does not count. Kelley, thank you so much for coming in and spending some time with us today. I know that, we just got all your Super Bowl talk out of the way. Hopefully you'll flush it out of your system. Your Seahawks is a big one coming up soon, but we got to talk a little bit of Survivor 50 while we still got you here. So we're going to be doing these Tribe breakdowns ahead of the season, and this is the very first one. So if you're here, you're getting in on the ground floor, and we are starting off with the Vatu tribe. This is going to be, I would call their color like a electric pink. I would say their main color is. I think that's a pretty good parallel that Bobby got there for their color, that kind of lightning pink that they got. So we're going to break down each one of these cast members to give you an overview of the full tribe. This is made up of half new era, 4 new era, 4 old school. Colby Donaldson, Genevieve Mushelch, Rizzo, R-I-Z-G-O-D, the man, the myth, the legend, baby, Angelina, Q, Stephanie LaGrossa, Kyle Frasier, and the woman you see on your screen there, Miss Aubry, somebody that Kelley has played with and knows personally. So let's kick it off here with Aubry. Kelley, when it comes, separate from season 50 first, if you just had to describe Aubry as a player from your experience, how would you describe her?
Okay, I did not play in the actual game of Survivor with Aubry. We spent a lot of time on Edge of Extinction, so I can only speak to that.
Okay.
That was a very traumatizing experience because imagine getting voted out of Survivor. What do we usually do? We get to go to Ponderosa. We get to just complain about what happened, talk about the other people, eat, drink. Exactly. Drown our sorrows. All right. No. Instead, Jeff Probst said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make you guys be the guinea pigs for season 40 because we want to see how this Edge of Extinction is going to work. So what happens when you get voted out? You go to Edge of Extinction and there is nothing to do. You are literally there with people who are pissed off. All you have are your thoughts. There is no alcohol. There is no food. You have to walk a mile up a hill to get rice. It is actual hell.
And War Dog.
War Dog came later. So not much later. But so my experience with Aubry really was going through this kind of Edge of Extinction trauma together, and we did bond a lot. We just got to talk about life. Aubry is one of my very good friends. I feel like people kind of shit on her sometimes in the game, but she is an incredible player. Okay, she played 3 times in a short amount of time. I think the 3rd time she went out, she would say herself that she was not in the correct headspace. She's been away from the game for a long time. She is a mom now. I'm so excited to see what she brings to this game. I think we're going to see a really dynamic player who is ready to rock and roll and get to the end. So that was more than what you asked for, but
it's great. It's great. So can you talk a little bit about why you think Aubry was more prepared for season 50 than maybe she was for Edge of Extinction? And you don't have to get too deep in the nitty gritty, but just give us a brief overview.
Yeah, like I said before, I think she played 3 seasons in a short amount of time. And anyone that's played multiple seasons in that short period of time, you don't have a lot of time to reflect on what you've been through. There's so many things from your own experience to then getting home and processing it with your family and then watching it on TV, the fan response, seeing what other people are saying about you. There's so much. Like I say Survivor, you go and play for 26 days, 39 days, but it is, I would say, a year at least, that entire process. And so when you play 1 year and then the next year and the next year, by the 3rd year, you have not really even had an attempt to breathe and get away from Survivor and just live your life. And so I think now her being away from it for so long, I think she really has had a chance to reflect, and she has had some of these major life changes. And I just think she's coming in super refreshed, almost as if she's playing for the first time, but with that experience of knowing how the game works and what to expect.
And I think that's an interesting point that you make there of like Survivor isn't just the days you play. It's this all-encompassing thing. Like, Matt, when you played on Caramoan, like, can you attest to that? Like, that it goes far beyond the time that you spend in the game. It even goes far beyond the time you spend on the island, right?
It does. I mean, shit, dude. It's 2026. My season aired in 2013. I feel like it was yesterday, but I also feel like it was a million years ago. But Survivor like lives in my blood. It's like even though the game is done, I feel like once you get that first phone call from casting, you're playing the game of Survivor. And I feel like just like being involved with Fairplay for 7 years doing the podcast and doing events in Cincinnati, it just Survivor becomes a part of your life, and it's amazing. And for me as a fan of Survivor to have been able to play the game and season 50, I'm so excited. And as Kelley was saying, Aubry is so freaking smart, and I think she is going to be able to gel with the old school players. I think she'd be able to talk to someone like Coach, or I know she's on a tribe with Colby, but I also think she's going to gel with a new era. I think Aubry's going to make it super deep into the game. She's a student of the game. I think she's entertaining television, and I think 50, she's got what it takes to go very far in the game.
Yeah, so I kind of want to piggyback off that, Johnny. We have like the new era people, right? Who are people who we've gotten very accustomed to over the past like 5 years. And then we have Jenna Lewis. Then we have Colby Donaldson, like people who are way on the other end of the spectrum. And then we have a handful of these tweener players who are like the Aubrys and a few other people that we have from the 30s in there. Like, how do you think those players, what is their role here? How, if you were one of those people, how would you be approaching this as somebody who isn't post-pandemic new era player, but somebody who isn't like season 1, season 2, season 3, Colby Donaldson?
Well, they're there to carry the show.
So what do you mean by that?
They're doing the heavy lifting for all the fandom that is returning to see them. So there's that aspect. Aubry is an interesting pick. I loved Aubry. I think her first 2 seasons, and then like I'm just like, stop dressing like Donald Duck. It's a lot for me personally. I don't need to see a human being dressed like Donald Duck, and I feel like that's the outfit she's going for.
That is Kelley's close friend, and we will not take outfit slander.
Johnny, there's a thing called wardrobe, and you do understand that whatever they put you in, I wore almost the exact same thing all 3 times I played, because apparently the fans will not recognize you unless you are wearing the same thing. If you see Rizzo and Savannah's outfits, I swear they just dry cleaned their clothes and put them right back on them.
I know. And Cochran, I don't think Cochran chose the sweater vest a second time. I understand. I get it. But at the same time, like, it's just like, hey, if you want me, can I not dress like Donald Duck? I don't know.
She probably got told no. I'm sure she probably asked and they said no.
And you say, okay, fine, I want to play the game.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Secondly, season 50 is this big, grandiose number, big season. And for the record, I love Aubry. I think Aubry is coming in with a threat level so minimized, and at the same time, one of the most deadly, because she is so intelligent and as Gabe said, she's got the old people that she knows, and then the new people be like, well, Aubry's not going to kill me. Let's work with Aubry. And Aubrey's like, yeah, I can't wait to kill you. So there's that. But here's where I'm at. We're at season 50. Aubry's played 3 times. If I'm writing season 50 and I want this to be the most grandiose season of all time, it's season 50. In what world is the end of my story? Aubry wins season. Like, that's not like Suri finally does it. Stephanie LaGrossa goes on a challenge run. Jenna Lewis, started season 1, wins season 50. I have all these. Colby finally does it. There's all these storylines that if I'm writing Survivor, these are there. Is my Aubry plays Survivor 4 times and wins? Is that the story that I'm writing for season 50? Please,
Miss Wentworth.
Can I counter that? Because I
Please.
understand what you're saying, but you could say the same thing for, we're going to have Genevieve win 50. I love Genevieve.
Oh, that's my girl now. Hold on now. Hold on.
Babe, I know. I'm trying to get you spun up. That's no shade. I love Genevieve. I love Camilla. But could you not say the same thing? Like, we're going to look at 50 and you're going to bring back these people from the old seasons and you're going to say they'll carry the season and you want them to win, but then a new era player could win?
And
Is that
I don't want that either. I feel like
what are you trying to say?
I would love a old school, new era, 3 tribes, and I want new era decimated in the first 12 minutes. Is what I would like as a viewer. And you know, if Aubry's one of the new school, I'll allow it. But like, if the new school tribe consists of Kelley Wentworth, I want Kelley Wentworth to finish the story. That's what I'm writing if I'm writing the script for season.
But isn't part of Survivor, and you can say that this is a flaw on the show, that because of the mechanic of how you win the game, that person will never win the game. It's why people will never let Suri get to the end, because she is the storybook ending to any Survivor season she's on, because she is, as many people would say, the best to never win. No one will let her get to the end because they know that she will be the storybook ending. But you are one in a million, Johnny. There's no one like you. So, like, I understand your point, and your point is well taken. That is what actually I think makes Aubry such a threatening presence out there, is because she isn't this big climactic, Colby finally wins, Suri finally wins, Dee or Kyle make themselves a Survivor legend, being a 2-time New Era winner. Like, it's this person that will kind of get to the end and everyone will be like, yeah, I could vote for Aubry to win. And those are the snakes in the grass that you have to try to root out, but they're also the most camouflaged in the game. That's where I see Aubry falling into this. I think she is a sneakily good winner pick for that reason, among many other things. Bobby, next slide.
Oh, well, let me just say something real quick about Aubry too, because I wanted to say.
Bobby wants to chime in.
Well, as far as Aubry goes, like, she was the fallen queen, right, of Co Wrong. Like, everyone thought she was going to win, and some may say the robbed goddess of Co Wrong. Now she goes into Game Changer. She's got a high target. Everyone knows how much of a threat she is. They know that she's someone that can play a really good game, and it's probably got a chip on her shoulder, and they take her out relatively early. Then she plays Edge of Extinction, where she has all these newbies there that want to get rid of the people that have played this game before, and it's not a prime opportunity. This is the best opportunity for her going into a game since Co Wrong, because her target level is so low. And she was one of those people on the cast that when the cast was announced, all the fans were like, oh, Aubry, do we need to see Aubry again? Like, everyone shit on the cast, and Aubry was one of them. And I feel for her, but I think in the game, she's in a great spot, and I think she can go really far.
Yeah. And I'm not mad seeing Aubry on the, like, when the cast came out, everyone was like, oh, I wanted this. I wasn't mad at it. I'm just like, I'll allow an Aubry. I'm just saying, if I'm writing this, is that the ending I want to tell?
Next slide.
All right, next slide. Here we are, right there.
Angelina of David versus Goliath, a name that people have been begging to come back on the show since she got voted out. Kelley, what do you make of Angelina, both as a casting and as a player in season 50?
It was inevitable that Angelina was going to be back on our TV screens. I think it was just a matter of when is the next returning player season. I think she is one of the first calls that they make. She is a big presence, got very, very far, to the end, didn't win. As far as her in this season, I'm a little concerned because I think she is that big presence. I think that she has a lot to live up to, and I think she's going to lean into that. And I'm a little bit concerned when you look at her versus, let's say, an Aubry. I think you look at Aubry and say, okay, well, I feel like this is maybe a safer bet, whereas Angelina is not. So I am a little concerned. I'm excited for however long she is there. Looking at this tribe as a whole, this is the Chaos tribe. I mean, truly, there are so many things happening here that I'm excited for the confessionals, potential fireworks at Tribal Council, and I think Angelina will be a part of that.
Interesting.
And if they lose like the first 5 challenges, I mean, like, they are carrying the first third of our season. I love that.
If it's this tribe, yeah. No, I think I agree with that. And I mean, Angelina and Q on the same tribe, that's must-see TV.
Yeah.
Bobby, when you look at a tribe that has this makeup, what is Angelina's role in this tribe? Like, how do you see her from a personality perspective, either meshing or clashing with the other people that she has?
Well, I remember when, Kelley, you had Angelina on the podcast when had your podcast going on here, and we kind of talked about the opportunity that she could be on 50. And I remember giving her advice. I was like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, because I was backstage where I was like, if someone's going to go on there, I want to give them any advice as a fan that I can possibly do. I think that she goes in with a kind of a low bar. Like, who's going to be like, oh, we need to get Angelina out first? Like, I think Angelina is here to kind of repair her image a little bit because, not to any fault of her own, but she kind of got a little bit of a dodo at it with the whole sweatshirt thing and all that. And she did get to the end, but she didn't get the respect that she probably should have. She did play a pretty decent game. I think that she goes in with a low bar. No one's going to, kind of like Aubry, maybe not as low as Aubry, or probably lower than Aubry, because Aubry is someone that had high win potential, but I think she could do well. I just think, for me, if I'm looking at the tribe that she's with, you do have someone like a Q, who I feel like is such a big personality. Does she clash with that like she did on her season, with her past season on David versus Goliath, with other people of that caliber? I'm interested to see how it pans out.
Matt, is this a tribe that might actually help Angelina? The fact that she probably won't be the loudest voice or the biggest personality on this tribe, or at least she's going to be competing for that title if it's something that she wants. Does that actually help her in the long run, do you think? Or is she going to have to find a way to temper her personality if she wants to make a deep run?
Look, the first time I saw Angelina on Survivor, I was a huge fan. And when she came on and Johnny and I got to interview her on the podcast, it was literally hands down one of my favorite interviews we've ever done with a contestant. And I actually, I think I teared up on multiple times, Johnny, when we interviewed Angelina on the podcast.
Yeah, we all three of us cried.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So I'm a huge fan, but I think, Gabe, she does have an advantage because I think someone like Genevieve is just so cutthroat. You saw her on her first season. She was kind of underestimated, under-edited the first half of the season. Genevieve was my winner pick for that season, just so you could know. I'm a huge fan.
It wasn't me?
Genevieve, when we do this same cast assessment, Genevieve was my winner pick. But I will say, I think Angelina has a lower threat level than like a Genevieve or an Aubry or a challenge beast like Stephanie. So I think in this tribe, Angelina has, if they go to tribal every week, I think she's going to make it close to the merge at least, based on not being the biggest threat on the tribe. And I think Angelina is very smart. She's only played one time versus Aubry playing 3. So I'm excited to see if she becomes like a total badass or if she kind of fizzes out and then we have to see her a third time to really shine.
Johnny, on Angelina.
I love Angelina. She's one of my favorite personalities in the history of Survivor. I mean, I'm just a big fan. She's so it's not a cluelessness that she has. It like there's an arrogance that's not meant to be arrogance that comes across as arrogance that I think is the most amazing television ever, and I'm here for it all day long because like if you meet her, she's like literally like one of the nicest people ever, but like I feel like some things can be taken out of context with her, and it's so amazing. So yeah, I don't think her threat level's that huge. However, I could see her not getting along with someone and either Angelina or that other person tells the other tribe mates to choose sides.
And she might be that grenade might blow up in her face instead of who she. Yeah,
and it goes one way or the other. But it comes because as I said, she's very nice. But I mean, she like Angelina speaks her mind, and there's a confidence in the way she speaks that's this close to arrogance. It may be arrogance. I don't count it as arrogance just because I think she's so cute, but. But yeah, but I could see that potentially working against her or whoever chooses to start that fight.
Moving on to Colby. Oh, getting ahead of yourself there. Moving
sorry,
on
I
to
said
Colby.
Colby looked better in the second pick.
Colby coming out for his now his fourth appearance on Survivor. This is
Feels
someone I
like
thought we'd
more.
never see again. This is someone I thought we would never see again. When you see somebody like Colby, who goes all the way back to the second season of Survivor, Kelley, and has been on iconic seasons like All Stars, like Heroes versus Villains, what story do you believe is left to tell for Colby Donaldson on season 50?
That's a great question. I don't really know what to expect from Colby, to be completely honest. I think that the interesting thing will be, not only with Colby, but with maybe like a Jenna Lewis, how are they going to adapt to this game? Because it is very different from when they played. I'll be very curious to see, does Colby try to take this leadership role, which seems like a natural fit for him? Do people take to that? Again, we talk about these larger personalities on the tribe. Are people going to be fighting for that spot when you've got like a Q? I'm still undecided on Colby. I'm also curious how he's going to be physically, because we know that was a big storyline when he played in Heroes versus Villains.
The Superman suit didn't fit no more.
Right. Like, I mean, he's still obviously very fit, still very attractive, and
Whoa.
still has
Get
the
a
shot.
room.
Whoa, calm down.
You're not the only one who can do that, Johnny. You're not the only
Maybe it was
one.
the charm. I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's kind of some initial beef between him and Angelina, because Angelina said before she came out that she heard that he was running around talking about her, saying she's chaotic and maybe wanted her out. So I'll be curious to see how that plays out. I don't think that Colby can win this game. So
I think that Colby is going to suffer from a similar thing as Sari, where it's like it's too fairy tale of an ending that if you let him get to the end, the story is already written. The only way you can prevent that from happening is not letting him get to the end in the first place. But here's an interesting thing with Colby. I don't think he needs to win Survivor 50. I think if Colby goes out and he has a really good show and he's in good shape and he does good in the challenges and he has good confessionals and he's part of some big moves, like I think that's all people need to see from Colby. I think they just need to see Superman put the cape on again. He doesn't need to save the world. He just needs to beat Lex Luthor up a couple times. Like that's all we're looking to see here. It's just remind us you are in fact Superman. You do still fit in the suit. The cape still fits. You can still fly around. And I think he can go out gracefully and leave as a hero that people thought he was going to be when he was on Heroes versus Villains. I'm curious, Matt, do you see Colby as somebody who has stuff to gain here beyond $1 million and the title of Sole Survivor?
Everything that you just said as I was listening to you speak is exactly what I think. He's 51 years old, which is the same exact age as Jonny Fairplay and myself. I think Colby is one of the most beloved characters in Survivor history. So I think even if he only lasts, if he's the fourth person out of the game, right, I think he's going to go with his head high. He's going to be appreciative. And I think the fans at home are going to get just enough Colby Donaldson to kind of scratch that old school itch, but they're going to be satisfied and just kind of move on. He has zero chance of winning. Colby, I love you, and I can't wait for when I do my premiere party in Cincinnati that Roger Bingham tells some great stories about Colby Donaldson. But I'm with you, Gabe. I'm on the same page.
Johnny, how do we feel about Colby going into this?
I don't love him.
okay.
As a cast member or as a person?
No, as a person, he's fine. He's fine. He's good friends with Burton, who's one of my best friends in the history of Survivors. So he's got that going for him. I just hate the hero archetype. I hate the hero archetype and I hate the nerd archetype. I just don't care for them. Screw you. Like I want you on the show because I want to root against you.
Well, that's what that was going to be my follow-up, Johnny. Is
Yeah.
that, can you agree that those are necessary archetypes, though?
Well, please, your God. I mean, if not, why are we watching a show? Like, I want the ultimate good guy. I want the ultimate bad guy. I want everything. So, if I'm casting season 50, I'm putting Colby Donaldson on season 50. I'm also putting Jerry Manthe on season 50 to fuck with Colby.
Bobby, when you look at somebody like Colby, we talked about what he needs to walk away from this as in the positive, right? To have season 50 be a successful appearance for him. Is there a chance that Colby can make a run though? Like, I feel like we're kind of talking like he's going to get knocked out, in the first few weeks. Is there a chance that Colby can actually make a run at this thing?
I mean, who's really coming for Colby? Like, I understand. Like, I'm excited to see Colby there because the thing is, he is 51, so he is one of the elder members of this tribe, right? So yes, he does have the older player stigma attached to him, but I agree with your assessment, Gabe, where if he's not Superman in a fat suit and he comes out there, he's in great shape, he's keeping up in the challenges, why would they get rid of him early? They're going to need him in these challenges if he is what he used to be at 51. Who knows? We'll wait and see. But I think there's a lot of new era people on his tribe that are going to have blinders on, be like, oh my God, it's Colby Donaldson. I'm playing with Colby. Like, how do you not let this guy get to the merge? Like, we got to let him get to the jury phase so we can have him on the jury. It's Colby's here. Like, you're telling me Rizzo's not amped up to have Colby Donaldson there? Like, I just think that Colby has a little bit of bulletproofness to him early in the season. I could be wrong, but that's just my initial assessment, that I think that he can at least get far. Do I think he get to the end? No, I think he'll get taken out at some point. But with so many new era people there having blinders on, being like, I'm playing with Colby Donaldson, I think that he gets at least to the jury phase.
Next slide.
All right. Oh, one last thing real quick, Gabe. I co-sign if I'm there at the end with Cirie, I give Cirie a win because I want to finish telling that story. I am never giving Colby Donaldson those flowers at the end.
Wow, interesting. Why not?
Because I don't want him to finish the story. I don't like that. So
even if he had the best season ever,
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not ready. I mean, I might be it'd have to be a very good speech, but if he's there with anyone that I like more, I'm going with the person I like more. And he is.
If it was me or Colby, who would you vote for, Johnny?
What's that?
Colby.
If it was me or Colby, who would you vote for, Johnny?
Oh, Gabe all day long.
Thank you. Okay.
Wentworth all day. Matt Bishop. I'm not Bobby before.
One day, fair play.
There we go. All right.
One of my OGs in Survivor up next on the Vatu tribe. I'm not going to lie. I fear for Genevieve going into this group of personalities and people. This is a very dear, dear, dear friend of mine, somebody very close to my heart. Genevieve Mushelch of 47, the fallen angel of 47, going out in 5th place right before that finale episode. Didn't get the chance to make fire. Didn't get the chance to plead her case for $1 million because everybody knew if she got there, she was probably going to walk away with that check and the title of Sole Survivor. Kelley, I'm curious, as somebody who has played Survivor many times, but has been watching the new era as a fan, what did you make of Genevieve's game? Because a lot of people are very high on Genevieve as a player. Do you share that sentiment?
Well, her game was interesting because I remember, first of all, I love season 47. You know that I'm a new era hater sometimes, but 47 was sick.
You know.
Killed that season, okay? Just wanted to say that. So, listen, I give credit where credit's due.
Me too.
I'm a lover and a hater. I can be both. So, so Genevieve, I remember in that season, everyone was talking about how we didn't see her in like the first 6 episodes or something. Like everyone was joking, like, where's this Genevieve girl? Her moment's coming. And then her moment came and she like just came out and everyone was like, oh my God, could this person actually win?
Voldemort.
What?
Voldemort. I mean,
whatever.
Who was ready for Voldemort call outs? I'm like, let's fucking go.
Stop. So I think that because of how she was edited and how intelligent everyone believes she is, how strategic they believe she is, which I believe all those things to be true, it does feel like she has an immediate bullseye the size of Fiji itself on her back. And so I am a little concerned about that, but I'm going to enjoy Genevieve as long as we get her. I think she's great in confessionals. I hope she can find a spot with some of these people, but like you, Gabe, I am concerned for her.
And something about Genevieve, and I'll come to you for this, Matt. is that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe she's the only new era person on this cast to be the only person from her original cast, right? There's 346, there's 245, there's 348, and there's 249. There's only 147 out there. Does that help or hurt Genevieve, particularly in the early game? Matt?
I don't think it hurts her necessarily, but I will say this, as Kelley was saying, she was my winner pick. When we did these cast assessments for her season, I was like, this Genevieve, she's going far. And then the first part of the game, I was like, dude, you don't even see her at all. Zero confessionals. Once she comes into the game, she does not give two shits about hurting somebody's feelings. And that was her like downfall because she was so cutthroat. I think it worked against her in the end. But I will say this. I think Genevieve is one of the most badass, just executioner style, I'm here to win the game players. And I think that people are going to be a little freaked out by that. However, I think someone like a Stephanie LaGrossa will go to someone like Genevieve and say, hey, I want to work with you. And an alliance with those two, I'm here for it. I'm stoked as hell to see Genevieve play her second time in season 50.
Genevieve is going to be on a tribe, as we've said, with the likes of Q, with the likes of Angelina, with the likes of Stephanie LaGrossa. And Genevieve is not one of the louder personalities that Survivor has seen. But let's not forget that her first ally in season 47 was Rome Cooney, arguably the loudest, the most obnoxious, the biggest yapper, the most arrogant player that the new era has seen. Take that as you will. Is there something to be said, Bobby, that Genevieve does have a good track record of working behind the scenes with those louder personalities and getting them to, for lack of a better term, do her bidding?
It does shock me that we didn't get as much Genevieve early in 47, mainly because there were so many good characters on 47 that they kind of took the limelight early, that they had to highlight, like a Rome, who was going to go out early, because Genevieve did last very long into this game and was a potential winner. But I think that what really helps her case is that she can work with anyone. Like, she looks past all the craziness. We saw that with Rome. She's willing to make moves. Even if she doesn't like the person, she knows that person could better her game and always has a target ahead of her. So I do like that about her game. But one thing about her is she's at such a disadvantage of being a strong female player from a very recent season. It's similar to Aubry in Game Changers, right? Where Aubry came into Game Changers, she's literally just came off the heels of having a great performance in Go Wrong, and everyone knew that they had to get rid of that target. I worry that same thing for her, where Genevieve, and it's shocking to me that of all the new era seasons, 47, probably the best cast, only has one returning person from that when we have other seasons with multiple. But I think that that's her biggest disadvantage, is that she is so recent. She was so dominant, and she does have that target of, I know I have a great social game. I know I can work with anyone. And that might be threatening to other people on their tribe.
Johnny, if you're playing with a Genevieve type player, are you trying to align with them? Or are you trying to target them early on?
I'm working with Genevieve. I watching Genevieve, for me, as a player that kind of like looks at through production's eyes and all those other things, I just felt she had an old soul. Like Genevieve was made for old school or new school Survivor, not the new era. And the fact that she thrived in the new era, kudos. And hopefully season 50 is a hybrid of the new era and the other stuff, because shockingly, Jeff could not believe that in the hands of the fans, they don't like beware advantages and all that other bullshit. They just like the people talking to Camp and Stratton and just being characters because they were good enough to be cast in the first place. So very weird. But so I would have loved, I feel like they're kind of the same person, but I would have loved Genevieve and Jenna Lewis side by side. And I'm hoping there's a machination of the stars aligning and they are together. And like, that's the duo I want to see. Like, give me those two ride or dies to the end of this game, and I am all for it.
That would be awesome. Bobby, next slide. Kyle Frasier, one of the winners, the first winner we're talking about. Every tribe got a winner from the new era on it, and this one's is Kyle Frasier from season 48. Kelley, you have a bit of a reaction on your face here at Kyle. Where is that coming from?
Immediate target.
Target.
Well, I think a winner alone, like that puts the target on you. Kyle, people know how smart Kyle is. He's a lawyer, okay? Listen, people don't even tell each other that they're lawyers in these games because apparently that means that you have to be targeted. So it's out in the open now. But he is the triple threat. I mean, he's brawn, he's brains, he's beauty, he's all of them. He also won the game very recently. People know his game. It's not like one of those winners where, oh gosh, they won 20 years ago and I can't even really remember what they did. Like we just saw Kyle on our TV.
Did we see what he did though? Because I felt like we got the Joe and Eva story that season, and we got little sprinkles of what Kyle did.
Really?
I don't. Maybe
I think that towards the end of the season, what was
we got a little more
clear.
I feel like we saw the stuff with Shaheen. We saw the thing with him and
we got more towards the end, but I was just like, I just felt I was watching a different story, and at the end it's like, oh, you didn't watch the last 3 episodes? I'm like, all right, well, I thought we were telling the story the whole time.
I think anyone who knows what they were watching, which I think would be most people in season 50, know that Kyle dominated that season.
Yeah.
Like I think you read between the lines, you see, yeah. There was a bit of sleuthing that needed to be done in the hands of the fans after 48 to really decipher what actually went down out there. But once you kind of went through all the post-game press and really sat with what happened and what the edit was, I think it's clear Kyle took care of business on 48. And you think that makes him a big threat going out here, Kelley?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Just being a winner alone. And then I think everything that he brings to the table, I think he is going to be a threat.
Do you think that he is going to be in a position on this tribe, Matt, where he should be looking to assume a leadership role, or should he kind of be taking a back seat and letting the Qs and the Stephanie LaGrossas and the Colbys of this tribe take care of that?
100% he needs to take a back seat if he has any chance in hell. When I'm looking at this tribe, if I'm out there, Rizzo, I obviously no one knows who he is. So he would be target numero uno. Target number 2 would be Kyle. I think Kyle has zero chance because people know how smart he is. And when I'm looking at this, the 2 biggest targets at first is Rizzo and Kyle. I loved him on his season. I loved him and Camilla, but to me, I would rather see him and Camilla on a future season, like a New Era All-Stars or something like that, than season 50. No offense, I think he's a great player, but I don't think he's going to last very far, especially if they go to tribal. He'll be the second person voted out.
Can I add one thing?
Please.
I think the only thing that could potentially save Kyle is that if they want to keep the tribe strong. That is the one thing, because if you get rid of him, that's a strong person.
It is a knock.
You're looking across Jonathan every single time.
Yeah. Every time you show up to a challenge, you're seeing Jonathan.
Jonathan's there. They I don't know how far Jonathan goes. Like if I'm playing with Jonathan, he makes it to the merge, and then I hope he enjoys the merge piece because he got to go.
Yeah.
But until then, if I'm on his tribe, it's just like, Jonathan, dude, I think you need 2 fish today. I'll just have 1. I mean, I'll have part of your second one, but whatever.
Bobby, when you look at the game that Kyle played and went on to win in 48, it was a rather straightforward season, right? You got to the merge, all of the power players locked arms together, and they would not break for anything until they had to at the very end. It's hard to imagine that's going to happen on a season like season 50. How do you see his game from 48 translating to 50, or is he going to have to start from the ground up and build something new this time?
Oh, I think he has to play a completely different game. And I think that, I think he's beyond doomed when it comes to playing this game. I think if he would have waited 4, 5, 6 years to come back, it would be a much different story. But I can't blame him. When you get the opportunity, you got to take it. But here's the thing, and we haven't mentioned it yet in this discussion on Kyle. People can also look at these tribes and be like, there's 3 people from 48 here. And this guy's the winner, and he has his best friend here, and the second guy that he took to the end that he knew he could beat, that loves him to death, was loyal to him as well. easy first boot. Everybody, can we get on board with this? Like, Kyle's got to go. He's the winner. He's got 2 other friends here. No, like, we all are either coming here individually or through acquaintances. We're not playing with a 3-person tribe essentially already pre-built. Now, on top of that, you also look at Kyle and you're like, okay, what is his move here? Because he's got to play a different game. He's going to probably have to come in, be very quiet. I think his best move, throw Rizzo under the bus immediately. No one knows Rizzo.
We don't know anything about why is he here. Why is he must be a shady motherfucker if he didn't win and he's here.
That's his best move. I think that's his only move on the chessboard is immediately throw out the unknown. Be like, hey, I know I'm a threat, but here, I'm a shield for you guys. I'm a winner. I know I have friends here, but we don't know this kid. He's here for a reason. He was picked just like all of us, but we don't know his game. That's the unknown. Let's get rid of that. And then just let the game play out and see if you can make it further.
Bobby, next slide.
All right, next slide.
Oh, real quick, Kyle. Of the available winners of the new era, I'm taking Jam Jam or Gabler over Kyle, and I think that clears up all this 3-person alliance and all that shit.
Interesting. If you're casting, you mean?
Yeah, Kelley, you don't like Jam Jam or Gabler over Kyle, with Joe and Camilla being on the cast.
I guess Jam Jam. I don't see the Gabler thing, but okay.
Gabler a bit more low key. Johnny's a big Gabler fan, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm just trying to mix it up.
They barely showed him on his own season. You think they're going to bring him back?
Jam Jam, okay? Jam Jam, no one else. There we go.
I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Not one single fan in the entire world, unless they were spoiled, thought that Gabler was winning that season.
Well, Matt Bischoff said he's retiring from podcasting if Gabler won.
I was not. If Gabler wins, I'm stopping watching this fucking show.
Yeah, he's never watching the show again if Gabler wins.
But I like Gabler as a person.
Yeah, I do too. I have no issue. I think issues with Gabler at all.
No,
I think he's great.
Jam.
I'm just being honest. Yeah.
Okay, so can we agree Jam Jam over Kyle? That's a better cast pick for season 50.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just too many 48. I don't think it's a Kyle thing. I think it's too saturated with that one season.
I've complained about it way too many times.
Yeah.
I'm a hater. I know.
Looking at the next male on this slide, the 1-letter player Q. This is a very interesting casting for me. I think this was a super easy casting. This dude completely dominated a season with a ton of very loud personalities on it. I just don't see Q as somebody that you cast to win the game. I don't think they casted him to win the game on 46. I don't think they casted him to win the game on 50. I think you bring Q in because Q gives you clips, spelled with a Q. QLIP clips. He is going to give you.
He's going to trademark that.
I mean, he's already doing it. Like in the promos, he's already rattling off the sequel to whatever one-liners he had on 46. Right? If it was cancel Christmas, now you're canceling your vacation and you're canceling your doctor's appointments too. And I get it. I don't want this to be conceived as I'm hating. I totally get it. But I just want to be clear about why I think Q is put on Survivor. He's put on Survivor because he's going to have 1 or 2 interactions with people that are going to go super viral online and will be fun to watch. I will enjoy watching them. And he's going to have a ton of confessionals where you are just laughing your ass off or your jaw's on the floor about what this guy's saying. He was doing it in his pregame interviews with Mike Bloom, where he was talking about Emily flipping a 45, and she was like, oh, I'm not in on Emily because she eats pork and then she drinks a Coke right afterwards. And if you don't care about what you're putting in your mouth and what comes out of your ass, then you don't give a damn about me. And that is you listen to that, you're like, how did this guy come up with that in his brain? It is so entertaining to listen to. But this guy's never going to win a season of Survivor. And I'm a Q fan. I'm friends with Q. I like him. I've hung out with him a few times. I think he's a really, really cool guy. I've been to his house before in Tennessee. I think he's a great guy. So I don't want this to be conceived as hate. Q is never winning a season of Survivor, and it's not why they're casting him to be on Survivor. Kelley, what do you make of the 1-letter player Q?
All I can say is he's the personality hire. I mean, period. I don't think Q's taking you to acquisition. Okay? I think what we're doing here is that he's just here to keep you laughing, keep you entertained, keep morale good. Now, he's not winning. He's not winning. But I also think he could go fairly early because we've got the fact that they put Q and Aubry on the same tribe, one voice, it's all that's being talked about. not all that's being talked about, but that is a big talking point in pregame with both of them. Production knew what they were doing. To your point, Gabe, this was not, unfortunately, a long haul, I believe, for Q. But I like Q. Think he's fun. He's the type of personality we need in the new era. He's been great. I'm excited to see him, but yeah, this could be a short game for him.
And that kind of leads into my question for you, Johnny. How do you feel about casting people like this? People who don't have a chance to win, but are going to make the season more entertaining.
So I had a conversation with Lynn Spillman, and she told me that when we're casting Survivor back in the day, we're casting 2 or 3 people to win, and we're casting 3 or 4 people to go home early. And then the rest is filler. And we hope the filler is either a horrible fucking mess and they shit themselves and they go home, or they make it to the end. And there's no in between. And I was like, Lynn, what was it? She goes, I had you at the end. But there are plenty of people that co-signed you to be there because they thought you were the first 3. And I'm like, well, I accomplished both goals.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Just take you some time.
But Q is, so I met Q at Ron Clark's event, and he wasn't very, very nice.
He wasn't nice to you, Johnny?
When I met him, it was a little over. Him and that David guy were kind of exchanging who could be the bigger dickhead that night, and it was a tie. They both won.
Who's David?
But David from 40
with the 3 nipples.
Oh, yes.
Nipple
He drank
guy.
a lot of milk.
Yes, correct.
So he sucked. So
well, sorry, I'm just trying to say that's not.
So
he told us that.
Yeah, but we played Traders with or Mafia, whatever.
Yes, we did.
I enjoyed him there, and since Ron Clark's deal, I've talked to him, and I've talked to him since the Traders deal. I love Q. It was just a bad night. As I said, I feel like him and David were just like, oh, let's see who could be cool, and I'm just like, wow, you both won. Neither one. It was a tie.
I don't think Q is a guy who particularly enjoys those kinds of events. I think he doesn't like the crowd. I don't think he likes all the pictures. I think Q is a guy who likes to hang out in his house all day. Which is not a knock. Like I totally get that. I think he's just one of those dudes who's like, I like to kind of do me, and when I'm at these events, I got to do what all these hundreds of fans want to do, and I'm not really into that. And I do get that. Matt, if you're on a season with a guy like Q, is there logic to keeping a guy like that around? Like, or is he the ultimate shield?
I mean, here's the thing for me. I would not like Q is going to dominate confessionals. So if I'm on a tribe with Q and I want to get more confessionals and tell my story, I want to get Q out of the game because he is a great storyteller. He's great TV. When Johnny played that online traders deal, I watched Q. Q actually won that.
Yeah.
He has zero chance of winning Survivor, but I think they cast him as a character. I think he's going to be great TV. I would love to meet Q, and Q is literally one of the most memorable new era players.
Oh, for sure.
Hands down. So great casting for season 50, zero chance of winning.
Bobby, how do you feel about Q?
Yeah, I mean, what's the over/under on the amount of Q skirts he brings with him to the island? Because
hopefully 0.
I think that he would be a genius to have like something embroidered onto the Q skirt. So like, oh look, now I can do it with bedazzled this. Like he's there to sell himself, sell his his cameo appearances. Yeah. He's there to sell him as an entertainer. I don't think he's there to win the game. I think he thinks he can win the game. I think he fully anticipates that people are going to ride or die with him like he did before. But the thing is, if I were playing the game, I'm keeping Q as long as possible. Because guess what? Q's always going to be the loudest in the room. He's always going to be the most boisterous. He'll call other people out. And if you're good with Q, he's always the target ahead of you. Why wouldn't you want that there with you as far as possible? And who's giving Q the money when everyone knows Q's got money? Q's like the number 2 realtor in his area or whatever it may be. Like Q's good. I want to be sitting next to Q.
Is the number 3 realtor where she lives. She lives in a better, in a more affluent area, I believe.
Bobby, next slide.
Shade.
All right. That's all right. My mouse froze for a second. Here's the next slide.
Rizgod, Riz God, baby. The man, the myth, the legend got the instant callback. One of two people to get the instant callback from 49 to 50. This is a player that obviously made his mark on his season. I am very curious to see how his game is going to translate into season 50. I look at him very similarly to Kyle, where I think he was playing a type of game with a type of cast that I don't know if you can do with a bunch of returners. So I'm very intrigued to see how Rizzo is going to do. Kelley, even separate from 50, because it's so recent, what did you make of Rizzo on 49? Were you, because he's a very polarizing player. Some people adore him. Some people can't stand him. Where do you fall on the Rizzo spectrum?
I like Rizzo. I enjoyed him. I could not believe that he kept getting away with having this public idol. I just didn't understand. Were they not threatened by him? Did they just, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say they were not smart, but it didn't make sense. Something didn't make sense.
They weren't smart.
Okay. I just wonder, like, is there something about him though that is super charming where he almost puts a spell on people? Am I overhyping him? Is that something that he could do this season? I don't know. I don't know. There's something about him that is different than other people.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. There is something about him that allows him to get away with things that I don't think other people can. Exactly. And this is going to be his heat check, right? 50 is going to be his heat check because he was, all right, you were able to do it with a bunch of newbies, which is super impressive for anybody. If you can do it with a bunch of Hall of Fame players, now you truly are different. And it wasn't just the people you were with. It wasn't just the season you were on. Matt, do you see a guy like Rizzo? And we've kind of hinted at this a couple times, so I'll just ask you directly. Does being one of two unknown people on this cast hurt Rizzo? Is there any world where this helps him?
Hurts him. If this tribe loses out of the gate and go to tribal council, Rizzo, unfortunately, is the first boot. They're going to be like, dude, obviously this guy's on 50. He must have had a legendary run on 49. No one has seen that. When I played Caramoan and the helicopters come down and Malcolm comes down, we're like, who is this guy? This guy must be badass, which indeed he was. So Rizzo, zero chance. I think he's great TV. I think Rizzo has brought an element of the younger generation to Survivor by the way he talks. I think he was great TV, and I think in the future I would love to see Rizzo play again, but I think he is the first boot of Survivor season.
Wow. 50. Johnny, do you concur? Is Rizzo at risk for being the first boot if they were to go to tribal first?
I think it helps that Kyle is on his tribe just because he won. And if you go back, like there's been returnee seasons in which people have been stupid, heroes, villains, and others. But there's also, like, if you look back at the first All-Stars, and I would imagine all these people competing are watching all the old seasons. On the first All-Star, if you won, you're gone. I'm sorry. This is my chance to win $1 million, not your chance to win $2 million. And that should be everyone's theory starting the game if you're aligned with me or an intelligent person. So there's that of it all. Rizzo, I don't dislike. I wanted to dislike Rizzo. I do not dislike Rizzo. I like Rizzo. And I'm putting Rob C in Rizzo's place instead of Rizzo, or I have both. I have old Rob C versus new Rob C. But like looking at the state of the world right now and everything else, I think Rizzo is a PC Amazon Rob Cisternino. And I don't think that's a bad thing. And, you know, I think he's.
I think he's like the modern Cisternino. I think he's Gen Z Cisternino.
But like Rob C. We know Rob C. now. Rob C. now is not Rob C. from Survivor Amazon.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So instead of people showing some of those clips, you know, like maybe the move is, hey, let's just do the new Rob C. And we saw what Rob C. did on All Stars. It's just like can Rizzo right the wrong of Rob C. because Rob C. deserved better on All Stars. So I I'm here for a Rizzo run, and I think it helps Rizzo with Kyle on this tribe.
Bobby, if Rizzo were to make another deep run again, whether it be losing in fire, whether it be making it to Final Three, whether it be winning the game, what would that do for Rizzo's legacy as a player? Would that make him the best new era player of all time?
I mean, I think you have to put him in the conversation. Absolutely. If he goes on to win, or even if he has like an incredible run where he's just like wins immunities and gets a Final Four, fire making and loses in fire, whatever it may be, like I think he can really create a legacy for himself going forward. Another thing too is, like Jonny said, like we've kind of said here, is the best thing that happened to him is being on the tribe with Kyle, who's the freshest winner on their minds because that's the last winner that they saw. But on top of that, if he survives the first round, if he gets through the first tribal council and they get rid of Kyle, like I said about Kyle throwing him under the bus, I think Rizzo should throw Savannah under the bus. I think he should immediately come in and be like, listen, I know she's not on our tribe, but that chick over there, she beat me. She won the $1 million. She used me. She just totally, dragged me to the end because she knew she could beat me. I would be saying everything about how great she is and how I was a patsy. And I know you guys didn't see it, but just wait till you see it. I was dragged there. So help me get her out. I want to work with you guys to get her out in this game and use that as leverage to kind of build yourself into the game.
And the final member of the Vatu tribe, Bobby, next slide. We got Stephanie LaGrossa, SLG from Palau, Guatemala, and Heroes versus Villains. This is a very interesting casting because I feel like Stephanie was somebody who kind of became a star from Survivor in a bit of a page turn for the series, right? Like all of the OG stars have kind of been established. Stephanie was the first of those like kind of mid-early stars of the show to really come into her own. Is Stephanie in a good position, not just on this tribe, but in this game, Kelley? Like, how would you rate Stephanie's chances to win, chances to make a run, her general positioning on this cast as a whole?
Yeah, I think she is in a good position, actually. She's physical, so you always want strong women, to help win the challenges, especially early on. I think that in this tribe, I could see her potentially working with Colby. I really could see her working with anybody. Like, I think she's going to have that flexibility. I'll be honest with you. I have not seen Stephanie's seasons in so long that I don't really have much to say about. I mean, I know like the history of what happened. I know it happened, but I don't remember kind of.
Yeah.
What about the Traitors? Is that fresh enough for you?
Oh, did she? I don't remember what she did on the Traitors.
Well, and that's kind of the point that I was getting at, Kelley.
Shade.
That's kind of the point I was getting at.
Fire Kelley Wentworth to Stephanie LaGrossa. You know what? She's done with the Serene feud. She wants you now. Season 52, Kelley Wentworth versus SLG.
Oh, God.
Kelley is going to be the new Eliza Orlins for Stephanie LaGrossa. God forbid.
Oh, my God.
But jokes aside, that's kind of the point I was getting at, Kelley, that this is somebody who a lot of her body of work in Survivor is from a long time ago.
Yes.
But it wasn't foundation building for the show. It's not like a Jenna Lewis. It's not like a Colby Donaldson where they will always be remembered. They will always be remembered in the forefront of people's minds because they were the foundational pieces. She kind of came like a layer after that. And she has this great body of work, but one that not a lot of people really remember in 2026.
No, the face of Survivor was Rupert Boneham, like the face. Like it was like Survivor. There was a picture of Rupert. When Stephanie did that deal, Rupert like they're friends, but like he's just like, why did they replace her? Why did they replace me with her? Why did it have to be her? She became the face of Survivor.
She did.
Rupert Boneham, he will tell you every day of the week that it tore him up.
And she's somebody who I don't think had the staying power though. I don't think she had the staying power that other people had.
It's like when the Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan. It's like, yay. It's like, bring back.
But this guy's going to be replaced in the next 2 to 3 years, and I think that's what happened with Stephanie. So when you look at someone like Stephanie, Matt, do you think that she needs to lean into being somebody that can kind of skate by, or does she need to assert herself as I'm Stephanie LaGrossa and I've done things in this game that other people have only dreamed of doing? Like, what route do you think she needs to take?
Well, I think Stephanie is definitely going to come across as a confident, cocky style player. She's one of my favorite survivors of all time, and especially one of my favorite female survivor players. I was like, when I was watching with my wife, I was like in love with Stephanie. I was like, dude, this chick is so badass, and she hasn't played in so long, but I think she's a likable person and such a physical person that I think she's going to be able to gel well with new era and her old school players. So I think Stephanie is not going to be the biggest threat. I think people are going to be like, Stephanie, she's Stephanie. She's not smart like an Aubry or Camilla, so she's not going to. We don't need to get her out right away. But I think she's going to make it deep into the game just based off of her current legacy and legend status. And she has no chance of winning, in my opinion, but I'm all here for the Stephanie show while she's in the game.
Bobby, how does Stephanie fit into this Vatu tribe? She is not quite like an Aubry tweener. She's not a foundational piece like a Colby. How does she fit into this tribe?
I mean, I think she's in a great spot because, I mean, look at her. She looks like she's in amazing shape. I feel like she could do well in challenges. Who's coming for Stephanie? There are so many bigger targets on this list than Stephanie LaGrossa. And I know Stephanie has played a great game in the past, but we are so far removed from that. She played Snake in the Grass. She played Traitors. Like her threat level, like the chat is saying, and I'm agreeing with them, is so low that she probably, out of everyone on this tribe, has the lowest threat level, and it should be much higher. It should be extremely high because we know what a threat she can be. I think that she comes in here. All she has to do is kind of be quiet and get along and be a part of alliance. Don't even be calling the shots. Just be a part of an alliance and then let that play out as it should. And then at the end, start winning challenges. I think she can make a deep run.
And that's going to do it for the Vatu tribe.
Well, I got one thing to say.
Yeah, just hold on. Just because I want to be generous, or I want to be courteous of Kelley's time. So I just want to get any final thoughts she has, but she's not by her camera. I just saw. So Johnny, please fill us in on what you have for Stephanie.
Well, no, I might be addressing someone. Let me say this about Stephanie LaGrossa. When they were doing Australia v. the World, it originally started as Australia versus the U.S. And there was a kibosh on that. And so that's how it started. There were 4 women called and 3 men called. The 4 women called were Parvati, Sari, Stephanie LaGrossa, and one other woman. So that tells you where she is in the pecking order of Survivor globally and in our hearts. And Kelley, do you remember the fourth woman?
I don't know.
The world may never know, to be honest.
You never know.
The world may never ever know.
You know who it was, Johnny?
I do. I love you. You're the best.
Based off of Johnny's demeanor, was Kelley Wentworth, legend.
Well, Kelley, I just want to say that it has been awesome having you here for both some NFL talk with your Seahawks. I'm rooting for your Seahawks. I'm betting on your Seahawks. So I really hope that they win. But more above all that, I hope they win so that you can go to sleep happy that night, and you and all of Seattle can have a great night. And don't climb any light poles. Try to stay safe. All right. But I will be rooting for your Seattle Seahawks. And thank you so much for being so generous with your time, talking some Survivor 50 as well. Is there anything that you're up to, or just let the people know how they can stay up to date with all the cool things going on in the world of Kelley Wentworth?
No, just on social media, doing my thing. Kelley Wentworth,
Premiere party.
Oh, yeah. Seattle premiere party. If you live in Seattle. Yes, Laura and I are doing a premiere party at, have you guys ever seen a Tom's Watch Bar? Have you been to one?
Nope.
Are they in your cities? Oh my gosh, it's sick. I'm so excited. We're getting like half the restaurant. There's so many TVs. I can't wait. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Awesome stuff from Kelley Wentworth. Go follow her on social media. Go follow her on TikTok. Follow her on Instagram. She's all over the place doing great stuff all the time. She is the one to follow for Survivor content and Seattle Seahawks content after they go win this Super Bowl.
Yes.
Go Hawks. Go Mike McDonald. Go Ginger Cuz. Sam Darnold. We're going to be pulling for you. Thank you, Kelley, so much.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Go drink.
I gotta eat.
Kelley.
Gotta eat dinner first.
Bye. Okay, I'm leaving.
See ya.
Bye.
We're going to be doing breakdowns of all the other tribes on Survivor 50 as well ahead of the new season, plus some other cool preseason content. Bobby, let the people know all the different stuff we're going to be doing coming up.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out already, we have our Traders coverage. We will have the Traders episode tomorrow night, and immediately after the Traders episode, we go live here at Reality After Show, breaking down the latest episode of the Traders. Johnny, myself, and Ty from, why am I blanking on the name of the show? Johnny, help me out.
We did the Traders. Two from Destination X.
Destination X. Thank you. I was like X something. I'm blanking. Ty from Destination X.
They're casting for season 2 right now.
Ooh,
that show got a season 2.
Right?
Season 3?
I'm not
That's
sure
news to me.
If our podcast viewers were more than the actual show.
And Johnny, I know you got some watch party dates coming up. Let the people know what you got on the docket.
I do. So I'm going to be in Baltimore on Richard Hatch's fucking birthday.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
April 8th. Can you believe that?
How old is he going to be?
Who's to say? You count the rings. Just go down. He's got them.
There you go.
It's a thing. So let's share with the universe, if you don't mind. Let's do an Airbnb the night before and the night of. What do you think? Like, Hatch is coming in the morning of, but I say we do an Airbnb the night before.
I'll do something better, Johnny. I already got a house lined up that you can stay in.
Really?
And it's not like me and all my roommates. It's a really nice place I got lined up for you.
Can we start Tuesday night and drink a lot of Watertown whiskey?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Watertown whiskey. Bobby, tell me more.
Yeah, so Watertown whiskey, this is our drink of choice. And where do we drink it?
Watertown whiskey, guess what? Philadelphia Eagles back-to-back. Here we go, Super Bowl champions. You see, Daniels, it is the Commanders' year. Woo! Super Bowl bound Watertown whiskey. It's back-to-back. The Chiefs are going back, and they're winning this time. Watertown whiskey. Y'all boys heading on down to 8 Mile. Lions got this. Watertown whiskey. It's the AFC's year, but it's the Chargers. There's only one thing I gotta say. Watertown whiskey. Jets, 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 Jets. Shut on. Hartford Whalers, we're going to the Super Bowl. They're close to Watertown, right? There's one thing we can all agree on. Watertown whiskey. Escape the ordinary. WatertownWhiskey.com. Drink responsibly.
WatertownWhiskey.com. Drink responsibly. Whiskey made with natural flavors. The official drink of the Reality After Show podcast. Johnny, Baltimore is obviously the biggest date you have on the calendar because it's going to be in my hometown. But I know you got some other dates as well. Let the people know what you got.
I got Charlotte, North Carolina. We're almost sold out. It's just like, what is happening? Dude, we are killing it everywhere. And then,
are we sold out in Baltimore yet or not?
We're close. We are close. It is freaky. I mean, literally, tickets have been on sale for less than a week. SurvivorTix.com, SurvivorTix.com. Literally, like I think we're on like day 6 or 5, and we are close to a sellout. Charlotte is this close. Tickets just went on sale for April 29th. I'm going to be at Little Miami Brewing Event Center. Holy shitballs. Huge spot. Me and Hatch are going to be at all those, but tickets just went on sale today, and we've already eclipsed 20 tickets in 3 hours.
Wow.
That's nuts. I mean, it's like, 20 tickets in 3 hours? Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So, and Matt Bischoff's going to be there. So SurvivorTix.com, SurvivorTix.com. I'm locking in 2 more locations. For the premiere, I'm going to be with Rupert and Todd Herzog and Rome. Oh, Gabe, did you see that the Beyond the Torch podcast joined the Reality After Show network?
No, I did not.
Is that crazy? Yeah, Todd Herzog and Leslie Neese, they do an incredible podcast, Beyond the Torch, and they're like, can we just move everything to Reality After Show? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So there you go.
Hell yeah. All right, good stuff. Beyond the Torch. If you've been a Beyond the Torch fan, now you can get it right here with the other favorite show, the Survivor After Show. Matt, are you going to be joining us for 50 coverage?
Oh, 100%, dude. I come out of retirement, and I will say I am doing a Survivor premiere party at Little Miami Brewing Company in Milford, the same type venue that Johnny is doing in April. We're doing an event with myself, Roger Bingham, that's Kentucky Joe, Marcus Lehman from Survivor Gabon, Matthew Sash Lenahan from Nicaragua, and Angela Perkins from Ghost Island. And I don't know if this is going to be up tonight, but Thursday, February 5th, I will be at the secret Survivor 50 Challenge Idol Hunt.
Where's it at? Where are you going?
It's somewhere.
Just reveal your Waze location.
Somewhere in Cincinnati. Just look online.
Whoa! I don't think you're allowed to say Cincinnati.
Well, I look at this point. It's all over the internet. ChatGPT. I'm not giving anything away, but I will tell you this.
I think you are.
Matthew Sash Lenahan, Angela Perkins. We will be there. I'm super excited. Look, I am dressing up, you guys, in the outfit that I wore on the island of Survivor Caramoan. I'm wearing my outfit.
Hopefully
I'm bringing my torch. It's going to probably smell.
Do I have an outfit for the premiere party?
No, your outfit from when you played Survivor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You kept it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing that shit. I'm wearing that shit tomorrow somewhere in Ohio. Not saying where it is.
Okay, in Ohio. We're no longer Cincinnati.
No, somewhere in Ohio. Allegedly somewhere in Ohio. But I cannot wait. So I will tell you guys all about it, maybe in a Patreon episode. I will be here for season 50 along with Gabe Ortiz, Bobby Goodsby, Jonny Fairplay, and we love you all. We can't wait. The next couple weeks, we got great coverage where we will be covering the other two tribes for season 50. Unprecedented. I don't know about you guys, but I have not been this excited for a season of Survivor since I was actually on my season, watching my season. Survivor 50, it's off the hook. I can't wait. I can't wait to cover it with you guys.
And Gabe, you got a premiere.
And yes, I have a premiere date. We are going to be doing Bryce and Wen in Baltimore. It's going to be one of the Ozzy hosted shows. We're going to be at Power Plant Live. Tickets are live right now. Go to bryceandwenevents.com or you can head over to their Instagram page and the link is right there in their bio. It's going to be a really, really, really good time. It's the second time that Bryce and Wen is coming to Baltimore. I fought and I pled and I begged for them to come to Baltimore once and they did it. And it was this resounding success that we said, not only do we have to come back, we got to come back for a premiere party. So Bryce and Wen are going to be up in New York. Ozzy is going to be hosting the Bryce and Wen party alongside me here in Baltimore. Power Plant, go get your tickets. They are going very, very fast. So go get them soon. I think they're already sold out of the VIP and the early bird. So general admission is still out there for you guys to go buy. But it's going to be a great time. Come hang out.
And I know everyone and their mom will be at a premiere party here, but I will be here immediately after the premiere with hopefully a secret guest that we can get for the podcast from Survivor to join me to talk all things about
Zane's
the
internet's
premiere.
not working. If you're looking for Zane Knight, his internet's not working. He needed the money for Newports.
So we will be breaking down the live premiere on February 25th right here at Reality After Show. Find us. We will be breaking it all down. Also, check out Lauren Pratt's amazing coverage of Beast Games right here on the network at Reality After Show. Everything Beast Games, Lauren covers it. She has people from the games on with her every single episode. So go check out that content.
Oh, Bobby,
yeah.
I just Jake Latimer is available, but he will not have seen the episode before he logs in.
Sounds about right.
Pretty par for the course.
That's all we got. Bobby,
Yeah.
get us out of here.
Bye, guys.